Hello guys, I'm HG4 and welcome back to his Tony Tribulations. So in last episode I remember that I did listen to the testimony of Gamshu about the case, and now I think we're gonna do the rebuttal and let's see what I must do with it, and let's see what will happen next. So let's see what we can start this. He's an unknown person. You have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. Yeah, but don't say otherwise it will be not unknown anymore. What? The one who called Sergeant Harton was the defendant Terry Falls. Ah. Well then, one, this sucks for us, and two, Gumshoe, what the fuck you tell it if he was unknown? Whatever. What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Houghton was a very tough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls. Aha, so that's why you know about it, because she left the note about the call. Okay. A note? Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in her desk. Okay. So now we have we have it in the evidence. Okay. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls. And again, this is bad for our case. Shit. Whose brick idea was it to keep that note from me? I have some ideas, but who knows, you know? Huh, looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Yeah, unfortunately, so you better find something about this testimony. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. Okay, suppose that's a good thing to know, thank you, Armando. Is that the detective's fault? He the one who said the known person? Yeah, well, you could say that who he was if he knew all this time who he was that called, so why make it a known person? It doesn't make sense. Hey now, don't make the face at me. I just did it the way you guys the prosecutor told me to. For some reason, I knew that. Was that a trap? Yeah, pretty much sure of it was a trap. With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Whatever a cute face for sure, so... And trust me, in future he will be more handsome than he is, so... But whatever, let's just keep going with this. A bridge up in the mountains, but why meet there? Because it is a very important place to the defendant, that's why. And why it's important for the defendant exactly? What do you mean by that? If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. Oh yeah, I remember he was in the bridge, so I guess it makes sense that he called there. He was chased on top of bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of the discord is, of course, Dusky Bridge. The place where Sergeant Houghton arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Huh. Returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. I'm not sure if nostalgic is the right word, but okay. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal with the honor of the murderer. It was great. We even got to say, don't move, we all got you surrounded. Okay, guys, just don't be so excited for your first job as a detective, please. Wait a second, isn't there something weird about that? Kinda. The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly? That's the question. How did they find out? Sajaraton must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? It must be, otherwise don't explain how someone else could know that. Huh. If that's what happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. Fair enough, I guess. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I had noticed it earlier, maybe she'll be still alive. Oh, Gami, it's not your fault for it. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. Yeah, because come on, a suspicious phone call for someone that she got arrested first that escaped from the prison. That's a huge red flag, but who knows? Mr. Force had a car then? How was that he just got away from prison? Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both were up there in by car. I mean, how else, right? I suppose makes sense, but still, how a prisoner get a car? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? I don't think it was his own, but... No, of course not. It was stolen. Ah, ecco. Of course it was stolen, okay. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Of course. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? Who knows? This is a photo of the stolen car, or the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, that's the body of Valley Harton in there. Of course. But it seems to be too much clean for me, for being a body, but whatever. I don't see blood stain on her anywhere. But it's also true that she was stabbed in the back, so maybe the wounds are there, but they are on her back. So probably the bloodstains are there too. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. Yeah, not very much. Okay, got the crime photo on the call record. The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. Ha. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. Armando don't think that this is the good time for do that kind of jokes, so don't, please. We are talking about a woman here. We cannot tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back and nice and firm. So that's why she's a bit lit up in this photo, because she have a knife on her back. Okay. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Here's a photo of the trunk, but don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway. For now, don't see anything strange, but still. What did the defendant have to say about this photo? What he always says, ma'am. I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. Of course he said that. That's all he says. Nothing? I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. It's just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says... sorry, è totally a lie. With the puppy face and all, of course. Or something like that. But in any case, since he was caught and arrested. Precisely. Certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no, actually he was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured out Mr. Force might just try to run. What do you mean he was too close from comfort? We told them Reggie had to meet at 4:30 p.m. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kinda close. Any later, Mr. Force could have slipped right by. Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. Yes, I can tell that. Thank you, Armando. A trap? Walk into it carelessly and it's leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? Not much, but whatever. No, it's not. Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught earlier. You can always look for a contradiction afterwards. The ever famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. I'm pretty sure I see some contradiction in there, but I guess I just have to see about it. Because I'm pretty sure there is a statement that contradicts something. And I think that the statement is the fifth one, where Gumshoes shows the photo of the victim. Because he said there is nothing strange, but I think there is something strange in this photo, especially on the victim's body. Because I'm pretty sure that an item is missing from the body, because if you check the note, it says to wear a white scarf for the identification, since I suppose Mr. Falls doesn't remember very much well Valerie, so he was needed to a scarf identify the person that he wanted to meet in that bridge. And there is not that said, talk to the highlighter, this time the whole truth must come out, so... Objection! Witness. The silence. What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was going to say. Mia, come on, don't become the phoenix of the situation, please. This is the first time I ever had to actually address someone like that. Okay, but please get focused on the case, my Mia, please. Ugh. You should have practiced before coming to court. Yeah, I agreed, but it's like Phoenix in this case, so, you know. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. You don't like anything, for what I can tell, so... Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy? No thank you, no thank you, Armando. I'm fine here. Candy? Don't ask, Mia. Don't ask. Well, you are still too young to be drinking real coffee. Okay, don't think that Mia was this young, but whatever, Armando. Come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective. Yes, ma'am. This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well, then I suggest you take another look at the note writing by the victim. The note? It very clearly says where I was scarf for identification. And the body don't have any scarf, so the killer must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Does this special request? I have one very simple question for you, detective. What is the white scarf? I can see to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. What? You stop there? You should have a looked for it. Barg! The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'll expect that she did just that. But Mr. Tudor, what do you have to say about this? Huh. I think he has something on his sleeve. I see the defense is a little lacking. Discuss your research in so display before. Is this one perhaps? Ah! Where did you find that, sir? On the ski bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. Of course it did. Why? What didn't you tell me? I made the decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal saltage. It's a safe place, I know. You lying bitch. The hot shot sure was as a flare for the dramatic. It's not exactly white as the color requested. But as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. Looks like he spent some time in the mud. Not surprising, he was drizzling on the mountain that day. So tortured. Yes, he was intentionally hiding the scarf the whole time. It sure was, because he was taught to do it from karma, so he'd only just do what he was taught to. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Okay, now we have the scarf, nice. Now if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. Is this alright with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? We would like to wrap this scarf around this smurfy little neck. Yeah, well, you're not the only one here, Mia. Very good. Now if we're done with this mod-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Houghton and Miss Fox did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it. Everything is moving on his whim. For now, yes. Don't forget, kitten, there is a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. Yeah, fair. A genius, huh? And okay, we go with the second testimony of Gamshu about the Dataskip Bridge and the event on it. But yes, we will see about this testimony in the next episode. And let's see what he came up with this event so on the bridge. So yeah, I guess that until then, I'll see you next time.